I wish I could say that it's a deep intellectual process, but it isn't in my case. It is for some people. For me, it's really like quite instinctive and impulsive, and it happens by chance. This one was just some pictures I happened to see that somebody told me about her, Brigitte Bardot and her Année Gitane, that it was called. Clothes that were in patchworks and mixes of prints with lots of jewellery and all that. And it was such a great summer look. You know, I think for like, especially for summer, you just want something that feels very easy and not too constructed and all. So that became the starting point for the collection, and it just built on from there. I like always to have like a few points of familiarity to a collection I was taught about. It was something that was very immediate as well, because it involved a lot of prints, it involved colour, and it involved vibe, which is probably the most important thing of anything to me when I work or when I work on the collection. That was completely in sync with what I do, and it felt like a continuation of the girl that I usually dress. It is very important for a designer to get the time necessary to find his place and kind of define the girl and the mood for the house. I think that's super important, and it's something that I stress very much when I arrive as well. Is that, like, you know, I need time. You know, it's like what may seem right today is not necessarily what's going to seem right a few seasons down. I'm kind of a little bit of a free spirit myself as well, and so it's like I do like to feel the freedom to try new things and go new places and imagine the girl in new places as well. I have great respect for everybody that's been here before me, and I think everyone has their own take, and I think it's also a question of the maturity of the house that has allowed that. I think in the beginning, when the house was relaunched, if you will, 10 years ago, I think things like heritage and DNA, those were very big and very important words. Today, the way to bring a brand forward is not to attach oneself too much to the specifics of the past, but rather the vibe, rather making the brand feel fresh and new today, you know, almost like it was a new brand starting up. You haven't seen that for a very long time, this like mood where people actually want to see something new. So I think for these old brands, the part of their challenge today is to appear new. The two things I love the most about my job is sketching and fitting clothes. It's the very basic things of it, but they're still my favorites. I sketch on train tickets, plane tickets, I sketch on air sickness bags, I sketch on just about anything I sketch on top of torn magazine pages if something comes to mind while I'm reading them, anything. And unfortunately today my sketching tends to be reduced to during the fittings or to explain something, and then Saturdays is my favorite design day. I don't take any telephone calls on Saturdays before in the afternoon. It's really the time when I can really focus on the collection and nobody's calling and nobody's interrupting that process. My mother was a concert violinist, and I played the violin for 10 years as well, and I like music. My whole family was involved with music, so it's something that I enjoy very much, and so it's been like a natural part of the process as well. And, you know, even like thinking about a fashion show, it is a show, and so you have to dress the collection with the music as well, or at least I attempt to do that, and I certainly enjoy it, the work part of the process of it for myself as well. This time, one of the nicest compliments or the nicest satisfactions with this collection was that I had the impression that the girls were really into the collection. And you know, they see so many, and they can choose whatever they want to wear. So for them to be into what they're wearing and kind of feel more special than they already are with wearing the clothes, that is the ultimate compliment for me.